bro. Tadinya main mau dua tuh lagi kemana loh? Kecil anjing. Kalau juga gede, tetap kecil. Tahu. Bro.
Cek. Halo semuanya, selamat pagi. Udah pada tidur sepertinya ya. Lanjut lagi. Storynya kemarin isunya udah kelar, sekarang ke next world katanya. Sambil nemenin Mas Dom ya. Teriak-teriak nggak jelas. Ayam top. Login. Dapat kartu baru kayaknya. Temporary deck on sale. Ya ini mah beli dong decknya. Decknya beli bang. Langsung saja. Year of Rebellion. Ini kayaknya nih. Ya, cuman bisa pakai kartu-kartu dajel. Gak punya lah kita. Uprising. Kok kesini terus sih? Gak ada yang bisa kita pakai lagi. Coba siuan. Rusted wall. Gas. Apa dah kartunya random.
I am Tetra, and my world is in danger of total annihilation. A fearsome tyrant named Baphomet threatens us with the unthinkable.
Did you come from a different world?
Oh, namanya siapa tadi?
Yes, I possess
Tetra.
dimension linking functionality, at least for now, and arrived here after following the experimental unit signal.
Teknologi ya.
Please, before it is destroyed, will you accompany me to my home world of Iolon?
Iolon.
Of course we'll go.
Jumping the gun, Arisa?
We can't just leave her. I mean, we all know what it's like suffering at the hands of the keepers.
Fine. Let's do this.
You won't regret it, Ewan.
Don't expect I will. Just for a minute there, when Tetra first appeared, I felt a small surge of nervous power radiating from the portal.
Si Nexusnya masih ngikut
The
aja.
situation with this Baphomet character reeks of keeper influence. Reminds me a little too much of the conflict that's broken out here in Asunia.
Oh, harus ngancurin kota-kotanya ya.
Sounds like all the more reason to go with Tetra. So what about the rest of you guys? Are you coming?
If keepers are involved, then there's no choice but to face them. And perhaps we'll learn something more about
Face
Nexus's
them.
whereabouts. Better than taking a shot in the dark somewhere else, I guess.
Oke.
You had me at Nexus. If we can get even one step closer to her, I'm in.
Tahu 70 apa ya?
But I don't want to be all by myself either.
Tracking worthy adversaries across yet another dimension? It is too tempting to resist.
Bloodcraft.
I bear responsibility for the salvation of all worlds. Allow me to accompany you as well.
Looks like we're all in agreement. Good. Then before anyone gets cold feet, we make the jump.
Jawaban si Urayas tumben.
Prepared for a new dimension.
New dimension. Waduh, kok waduh. Seru soalnya. Aduh, new deck lagi. Auto lah. Beda-beda cerita kok. Kocak kok gak bisa. Decknya nggak bisa milih anjing. Oh, portal craft kan Nexus. Apa? Gak ada. Ngapain yang beli gituan? Ya udah. Gas yang penting main dulu. Udah kocak. Oh, dipakainya yang Unli ya. Kita kemarin dapat yang baru. Ini reincarnation nih. Kudogia Souls of Rebellion. Lah. Kemarin yang bagus mana? Keren sih. Oke. Dah. Gasken. Start the chapter.
So this is Tetra's world, is it? No mistaking this feeling. There's definitely a keeper at work here. It's too faint to be Nerva herself, which can only mean one thing. Well, let's get to it.
This sector
Mantap.
has been placed under curfew. Authorization is required to leave residential zones. Please present your authorization.
This sector has been placed under curfew.
Bro,
Authorization is required to leave
Ya 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 ya. Tutup pintunya ya.
Was that alive?
Buset, drone-nya wah
The life form
hidup.
quite like it.
Oh, sounds like the damned resistance is at it again.
Elonian Townsman,
Scary, aren't they?
Townswoman.
Oh, I hope the enforcers catch them soon.
Ah, I guess those people are residents of this world.
Apa?
They don't seem to be in distress,
Apa?
however.
Ayo mau keluar.
Is this place
Ke
truly
Bapak ada
in
nggak?
danger?
Ya, ayo ke sana. Ya, kalau ada gimana? Gitu.
Kalau ada beliin.
Yang biasa apa yang apa?
Apa? Yang beef aja.
Ada yang large, ada yang medium, ada yang
Large boleh.
ada yang kecil, ada yang ini.
Boleh large.
Kalau
I am
ada ya.
Tetra.
Iya,
My
black
world
pepper.
is in danger
Black
of
pepper
total
ya.
annihilation. A fearsome
Nanti
tyrant
dibayar.
named Baphomet threatens us with the unthinkable.
She could have given me a few
Lumayan
more
mantep
details
Mas
at
Dom.
least.
Keren. Ya.
Containment breach has been detected in Sector B. Violators are currently attempting escape. As punitive action is anticipated, citizens of each sector are recommended to evacuate promptly.
Huh? An evacuation announcement? This is serious. We've got to get out of here.
This is serious. Tapi kayak ini loh, apa? Kotanya kayak app gitu ya, Final Fantasy 7.
You don't have.
Warning. I
Tuh
am
kan,
permitted
lawannya
to use
robot-robot.
disciplinary measures in the apprehension of residential law violators.
Ada
Please
Cloud
present
Strip
your
kah? Ada
identification
Stiva.
or designated authorization.
Love it, Violators.
Just a moment. I've got it right here. Hey, this is my ID.
Scanning identification. Error detected. Your identification is missing necessary data.
Saya dibunuh.
But that can't be.
Possession of forged documentation is subject to disciplinary measures. Now initiating disciplinary protocol.
Where did you come from?
Get out of here while you still can.
I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Warning. The obstruction of peacekeeping activities is subject to disciplinary measures.
I'd rather have kept a low profile coming to a new world and all, but hey, here we are.
Here we are.
Of course we'll go. We can't
Oh,
just
kalau
leave
misalkan
her.
pindah
I mean,
kepecah-pecah
we
ya.
all know what it's like suffering at the hands of the keepers.
Langsung misah-misah gitu. Dropnya, respawnnya.
Guess that girl's made me soft.
Cause that girl made me soft. Mantap. Pertama kali kita main Portal Craft ya. Serenity King.
Guess that girl's made me soft.
Commencing disciplinary measures. Violators will be punished.
Why don't people come to see my dolls anymore?
Kurang tahu nih caranya pakainya nih.
Welcome to the Holy Gun Show.
Aduh, defender gitu mainnya. Deal 3 damage. Do damage.
My hands are tied.
Dururut.
Superficial damage detected.
Saya bingung, saya bingung.
Enjoy your short life.
I'll get production up and running. Coming at you.
Oh my, so many visitors today. Craftsmanship.
Superficial damage detected.
Menarik.
Welcome to the Holy Gun Show.
Apa yang akan dia lakukan?
I'm so useless.
Terminating.
Waduh.
I shall crack my knuckles upon your face.
How could it come to this?
Ya.
Control is not the same as shackles.
Now the fight begins.
Control is subtle, like unseen threads. Submit to me.
My hands are tied.
Mantap, mantap, mantap. Mantap, mantap, mantap. Pusing, pusing.
Green hammer and machine.
Resonance-nya nggak jadi-jadi ya.
Other dimensions beckon.
As master wishes.
You're through.
I am the sum and the genesis of all. Yield. Yield.
Master.
Menarik, menarik. Evolve habis.
Continuing termination protocol.
Bisa daer. Ah.
Tougher than expected.
Skip ya. Coba sih kita sekali lagi. Kita sekali lagi. Lawan kroco doang ini. Kok kalah?
Guess that girl's made me soft.
Commencing disciplinary measures.
Tidur. Baru bangun. Ngope.
100% string and 0% fluff.
Violators will be punished.
Oh, you cut it just for me?
Watch as I wind. Watch as I wind and
Superficial
wind.
damage detected.
Boleh, 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 boleh.
That's gotta hurt.
Bukan, beda. Kayak Hearthstone gitu, cuman versi Jepun punya. Waduh, salah naruh kita ya. Jadi nggak bisa nembak kan.
My hands are tied. Do you know my master?
Main Stone nggak? Belum. Ini aja belum tamat.
This is no toy. I'll have you know.
Rise and shine!
Rise and shine.
Activating system interface subroutine.
Boleh, 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 boleh.
Feeling better? Then come and jam with me.
My blade and I are one.
Serang bos, serang bos. Oke. Aduh, 6 lagi.
Nothing separates me from my blade.
You're not half bad yourself.
Hebat. Kartunya hebat.
Coming at you. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
How mean.
Ngetek 0 anjir.
Continuing termination protocol.
Waduh, Dakjul.
You're my master. Prove it.
Deck apa sih ini?
Call me the little tank that could. Do you know my master?
Increasing frame performance.
If you're my master, prove it. Ooh, you're a big fella.
Waduh, ngeri.
Now the fight begins.
All together now! All together now!
Nambah, nambah, nambah.
1 and a 2 and a 3.
Master.
Mati nih.
Fully automated arm.
Ya ampun, ya ampun, ya ampun. Nggak masuk ininya.
Superficial damage detected. Superficial damage detected.
Kurang 1 buat ngekill. Ya, mati sudah.
Tougher than expected. So this is Tetra's world, is it?
Enforcer units were programmed by Lord Baphomet. Any interference with their program will be subject to a
Yang tadi ya. Susah pakainya. Kita lanjut story-nya. Meninggal loh.
Was it? That's the one
Belcomet.
Tetra warned us about.
You just destroyed an enforcer. Do you know what you've done?
Who is this man? He's not even in uniform.
Sebagai seragam PNS katanya.
The laws of this world are complex, serving only to torture those they're meant to protect.
There's nothing complex about our laws. They simply serve their function, to control the people through fear.
And who are you supposed to be?
I'm Mono. Don't worry.
Mono.
I shan't give you over to the foul forces of the law. Nope. I'm actually Tetra's sister. She's the one who brought you to this world.
Tetra sister.
Whoa! Where is this mistrust coming from? I can tell you're suspicious of me without even scanning your heart rate. Ah, perhaps it's the way I talk? Well, I don't speak like this because I want to. Some of my speech patterns are chosen based on a poetic algorithm. You know what? Never mind. I had a feeling you wouldn't trust me, so...
Please ignore my sister. She is quite talkative, but she is an ally all the same.
So I decided to record an explanation from Tetra. If that's not enough to convince you of my intentions, I could share more information.
I'm Ewan. I've come to this world because I felt the presence of a keeper. Brought others with me too.
Yes, I'm aware. That is to say, I'm aware of their existence, but not their whereabouts. However, I do know a suitable place where you can all reconvene.
Care to take me there?
That's the plan. It would be rude not to properly guide our guest. Well, our savior. It's really the least I can do, oh noble one.
Please, Don't get started. I'm not one for flattery.
Flattery.
Fine, let's get moving. We're headed to the underbelly of Iolan, but it's basically a junkyard.
Island. Junkyard.
I saw what you did earlier. You're a brave one, aren't you? Well, Braven, don't take this the wrong way. Completely reckless. You didn't know that man at all, so why risk your neck for him?
Watching me, were you?
Kayaknya kalau milih si Isabel berarti ketemu yang lain ya.
You didn't think I was going to sit back and watch that enforcer attack those humans, did you? I was waiting for the right opportunity to hack into it.
Dan hack into it.
I know what you're thinking.
Kayak
If you've got that
kota-kota
kind of
cyberpunk
ability,
kayaknya ya,
why
cyberpunk kali.
Well, sudden movement catches the attention of the enforcers. Not to mention, this unexpected stimulus causes them to act hysterically. Stir them up and they'll attack anything that comes into view of their sensors. Even mundane things like searchlights. Truly masterful creations, aren't they?
Sorry. Perhaps I acted without caution back there.
Haha! Whoops! I swear this verbalization system hinders more than it helps. Let me restate myself. This time with less nuance. I'm deeply impressed with you.
Care to elaborate?
Sure.
Care
I
to
sense that you have
elaborate?
a deep moral code, one that bows more to justice than logic. That's a beautiful quality. I bet that's why my sister recognized you as the right man for the job from the start.
Can I ask you something?
Anything. I'm an open database, ready to answer whatever questions you have.
Kayak Google aja.
Petra said your world is on the verge of destruction. But judging from the state of the citizens and the condition of the city, that doesn't seem likely. She made it sound like this place was already in ruins, but I see systematic order. What did she mean?
Ewan, destruction is what happens when a tangible form is forcibly reduced to nothing. But what imperils Iolan isn't something that can be touched.
So, you fear the destruction of an ideal?
How to explain?
How to
Everything in this world is
explain?
controlled by a single man, Belphamet. Actually, control might not
Belphamet
be
nih
the
belum
most
ketemu nih.
accurate word. What he does is more akin to absolute tyranny. He decides when the people wake, when they sleep, what they do and how they do it, what they see, say, and hear. He is the sole decision maker. You've seen it by now, surely. Everyone wears the same clothes and walks at the same pace, and no one would stand up for a friend, even if they were being punished unjustly. No, the physical structures of this world are quite safe. It's psychological annihilation that looms over our heads. Hearts, emotions. What makes people, people?
What makes people people?
I see. I've been to several worlds, but this is the first time I've encountered these kinds of conditions.
Unfortunate that we won't be able to rely on your experience, but I'm glad all the same. I wouldn't wish this level of decline and stagnation on any world, no matter how corrupt. And on that note, dear Ewan, welcome to the heap of scrap we use as the home base of the Resistance.
Resistance. Berarti pas nih sama Yuan. Si portal.
Lady Mono, we're glad to see you've returned safely, but
Astro Boy kayaknya dunia Astro Boy.
beside you.
Not a very warm welcome.
Is it so strange for robots to feel guarded around outsiders? It may seem bizarre to you, but in truth, we can think for ourselves. That's not to say there's no differences between you beings who are born sentient and us.
Did you say robots? I'm not familiar with the term.
Oh, well, that's unexpected. After having analyzed my installed logs of dead languages and confirming the perfect idiomatic expressions for regular communication,
Idiomatic
it seems
expression.
I still missed something. Frustrating.
Mono, I need to ask you something. That thing I fought before, is it the same as you and the others here?
Nah, ini penting nih.
answer is neither affirmative nor negative. We certainly both fit under the classification of
Apa
robot,
jawabannya sih?
having been made by humans. But one thing separates us almost completely. Just as I said before, the fact that we awakened can think for ourselves. In that sense, we truthfully are closer to our makers.
Makersnya beda.
Excuse me, sir. Are you the outside worlder that Tetra spoke of?
The men and women here don't possess as much functionality as my sisters and I, but they're more complex than the robots who only speak in recordings, monitor the city, or what have you.
I see what you mean. My name is Ewan. And yes, just as you suggested, I'm not from this world.
Hi, I'm J3. This is Sun, but a unit from the same series as me, male type J2P04,
Waduh.
has gone missing. I was thinking you might be able to help.
A series refers to a group of robots made during the same production run. I suppose you humans might think of them as siblings.
Rumah during the same production run.
So in other words, you want me to find your brother?
I do. I don't think he could have gone far by now.
Allow me to expound a bit. Unit J2P04, or J2 as we call him, is a bit of a rebel among the members of the Resistance, and always talking about fighting Baphomet head-on. Of course, the difference in our power and Baphomet's is clear. It's a suicide mission J2's after.
Suicide
but I suppose
mission.
idealists never really understand the true consequences of defeat, do they? If he goes through with it, at best they'll power him down. But at worst, Baphomet could mine his memory log and learn all of our hideout's coordinates. It would be only a matter of time after that until we're all rounded up. That's not to say Hope's already lost, though. J2 is a bit of a paradox after all, as brash as he is cowardly. So I'm hoping he'll come running back to us soon. That is to say, as long as nothing has happened to him yet.
Sounds rough. I'll do what I can to help.
Thank you, truly. I believe he's gone somewhere near Central Tower. Please bring him back to us.
Nah, pasti ketemu sesuatu nih di Central Tower.
Mono, if we stumble upon any of my companions,
then I'll lead them to one of our hideouts. Thank you, Ewan. Normally my sisters or I would go out for search and rescue operations, but there are extenuating circumstances that would make that unwise right now.
Circumstances like being powered down or torn apart for information. If one of you fell into the wrong hands, the enemy would know all the crucial information regarding the Resistance.
You do learn quickly. My sisters and I act as the brains of the Resistance. It's irritating, but our actions must be strictly inconspicuous. That goes doubly for me, as I have weaker parameters than the others. You'll rarely catch me outside the base. But back to J2. He's one of us, so we won't risk him if we can help it. Here, this might help you.
Apa tuh?
A jamming device. It
Jamming
should
device.
interfere with the sensors of any enforcers you come across, all while having no effect on humans.
That won't pose a problem. I should be more than capable of taking out other humans on my own. Thanks, Mono.
I should mention, it's not the most powerful apparatus. Once you activate it, you won't be able to use it again for some time. Oh, right. How many allies of yours are you missing, Ewan? I can't imagine more than a few hundred.
100 sudah.
Including me, there are 8 of us. Should be, at least.
Not quite the numbers I was expecting. But if Tetra has chosen you to be an elite force, then I suppose the situation is not quite as precarious as it seems.
Cukup 8 doang.
But you should watch out for one of us. Name's Urias Formand. Black armor, white hair, and red eyes. Sticks out like a sore thumb. And he's as dangerous as he is unpredictable. If you encounter him, keep your guard up.
You don't have to worry about that. I'm a bigger coward than J2. Speaking of which, I'm sure he's eagerly awaiting someone to rescue him. Central Tower is straight down that road. Best of luck.
that power hidden within her, and she claims to be a coward. She'd make for a fearsome opponent. Good thing we're on the same side. I should get going. The enforcers don't pose much of a threat. If the others encounter any, they should be able to hold their own without help. Which means I should prioritize finding J2. That and...
Enforcer units were programmed by Lord Baphomet. Any interference with their program will be subject to immediate...
Baphomet.
Baphomet. Apa ya Baphomet ya? Robot ya? Robot juga kah? Atau profesor gila? Wow. Sepertinya perlu di skip.
This place should be a bustling city, considering the location. And yet, no one's here but these machines. Where have all the people gone? The path was straightforward, so I don't think
Iya, belum ada manusia loh.
Sorry. Initiating deep circuit scan. A critical error was found in thought processing systems. Emotional capacity confirmed. Initiating termination protocol.
No.
You with the resistance?
Huh? Yeah. You too?
Emotional capacity.
Ya ampun, robot-robot.
Violation detected. Initiating disciplinary and termination protocols.
We'll do introductions later. Get behind me for now.
Ceprot.
How can I ever repay you?
Are you J2?
That's what my friends call me.
J2?
And you are?
My name's Ewan. I'm an ally of the Resistance.
I heard about Lady Tetra bringing
The
a hero
Resistance.
from another world. Is that you?
That's me.
Then, please, you have to help me. Baphomet must be defeated as soon as possible.
Why? From what I can tell, this world isn't in any grave danger.
Someone very special to me. An older model robot with serial number IO342. IO was taken by Baphomet. If I don't bring her home soon...
Is she
Robot
your
Astro Boy.
No, she's closer to what you humans think of as a mother. Please, I have to save Io.
Then I'll help you.
Really? Thank you, sir. Baphomet and Io should be back in the central tower.
Please calm down, J2.
Tetra Silvana. Tetra Silvana.
I am glad to see you unharmed. Now, J2, please return to the hideout. I have told you many times that leaving is forbidden.
But Lady Tetra, what will become of Io?
Do not worry about Io. We can copy her backup data into a new frame to restore her.
Ceritanya apa lagi nih? Robot-robotan nih kayak Astro Boy.
Just go back, J2.
Tapi kayaknya lebih seru sih kayaknya. Kita lihat aja sih.
J2P04.
Bandel robotnya.
I apologize for the inconvenience.
Ini Silvana ya.
Thank you for watching over
Tetra
J2.
Silvana.
No problem. How's your injury? Looks like you're recovering well.
Affirmative. Thanks to Isabel, my malfunctioning systems have been repaired.
Ya, high teknologi lah.
Yes, she is
Apa?
fine.
New World-nya
I
high
led her to
tech
one of
gitu.
our hideouts.
Banyak robot-robotnya soalnya.
Then that leaves 6 others to track down.
Negative. There were only 2 others. When I transported your group to this world, I sensed that only 4 of you had arrived.
Hah? 4 lagi?
I am sorry. I believe there was some interference by an outside force.
Lah kocak.
We followed Nerva's presence, so this kind of thing was inevitable.
I will return to Isabel now. Will you go with me? Or will you try to find another of your allies?
I was asked a favor. So I'll finish that before I make another move.
Nggak ke transfer semua temennya.
Mono has already informed me that you were asked to find J2. Have you not already
Kalau
completed
kayak
this
pedang
quest?
sih ada teknologi.
I have. But he's looking for his mother. And I intend
Gimana ya?
Is this a matter that takes precedent over reuniting yourself with allies?
Mono will take care of them. Besides, they can handle themselves just fine without my help. We'll meet up when we meet up.
Central Tower is dangerous.
Central
Seems
Tower.
like you're intent on stopping me from heading there. Why?
Baphomet is extremely formidable.
Wow, kayak yang jago banget gitu ya.
Is that
Si
not
Bel
what you
Penguatnya.
people want?
It is, however,
What's wrong?
Mono has been forced to enter Alpha Drive mode. I must retrieve her. Farewell for now. Please be careful.
Strange. Why would she keep anything hidden from me at this point? I'll let it go for now. Better move on to Central Tower.
Masa yang baik jadi mastermind-nya lagi? Kali. Tapi kenapa si Sylvana itu bisa tapi teknologi ya. Teleport ke isinya.
I'm getting close.
Jamming.
Sector clear. Changing deployment perimeter.
Should be able to get all the way to Central Tower with this trinket. I'll have to thank Mono later.
Lu mau kenalan kah sama abang yang streamer tadi gue? Hah? Coba
Sound was faint.
P gitu, P biar gue kebaca lagi.
Oh, it's him.
Gue tadi udah coba lu pansos nanti dulu katanya mau lo samperin. Ya suruh masuk, bukan pansos sih, kenalan aja biar banyak yang kenalan toh. Kalau orangnya asik mah enak.
I can't go back. Lady Tetra said she would restore Io, but she wouldn't say when.
Apakah ditipu si Tetra, penipu kah?
Will be the same afterwards anyway. I have to save her, but I'm useless on my own.
Oh, dia ada
You're not
DC-nya.
going to give up, are you?
Di-share aja di promosi DC-nya. Kan jokes om-om anjing.
I understand Lady Tetra's position and the risk my actions represent. But I'd rather have my processor burned away than lose Io. She's been there for me since before I could even think for myself. And she's always had a spare hug to give.
Harus bercerita tahun 98 dan 65 lagi biar gak garing nih.
I'm not equipped with temperature sensors, but even still, when she held me, I could feel her warmth. This kindness had an effect on my memory, and I began to understand things I never had before.
So it was Io who gave you your sentience?
Gak tau dah.
I'm not sure, but she was there for me when I awakened.
You have to rescue her with your own two hands?
Yes, I'm not spec'd for battle, so I might slow us down. But I'd do anything to help her.
Belum ada yang kelihatan yang OP nih, masih menahan-nahan ya robot-robotnya.
We'll find her together, even if that means making Tetra wait a little longer.
I don't know how to thank you enough.
You can start by telling me the shortest route to Central Tower.
Should be down
Ada
this
shortcut.
road. Let's go.
Cari shortcut jalan.
If we keep heading this direction, we'll be there in.
Iya, kasih aja di Discord.
We've got company. Let's see if Mono's little toy can do its trick one more time.
Wait, it looks like you.
Jammer.
I think it needs to recharge first.
In that case, we'll force our way through.
There are 2 enforcers in front of the tower, 3 to the right and 1 to the left. The most efficient course would be to take out the front guards first, and then the single left guard second.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
I'll make short work of them.
Kayak cenayang ya, tiba-tiba di depan. Multi life gimana?
Warning. Assaulting infantry units is strictly prohibited by Lord Baphomet. Your actions are subject to...
Ngeri.
All of them?
Ngeri. Flap. Streamer sejati kayaknya ya. Ala platform gitu.
Identifying target. Initiating termination protocol.
Protokol kesehatan COVID-19. Protokol mulu.
Sorry, Ewan. Looks like my scanner
Iya,
didn't
nggak
pick up on
apa-apa,
the
nggak
control
apa-apa.
routes of the other guards.
Alumni SMA. Lah berarti masih tuaan lu, kocak.
No, it's my fault for being careless. You get hurt?
I don't think so. I don't have pain processors.
I don't have pain processor cenah. Apakah sakit bisa di itu?
Don't overdo it.
Oh, 2015. Ya berarti angkatan 97 kocak.
I never could do much for Io on my own, but I think I'll finally be able to get somewhere. After all, you've got power like I've never seen. So much of it that it makes me feel a little stronger just standing next to you.
Ngeri. Sugesti J2 itu. A little bit stronger cenah.
We better get moving. Central Tower is a little further ahead.
Lawan Kroco aja pusing, apalagi lawan si Behemoth ya.
Doesn't get any more different than that. He can think just as freely as any human. And he's got more willpower than most too. Unfortunate that this world wasn't made for the willful.
Robot. Yang cyborg itu belum ada ya. Kalau apalagi manusianya ini belum ketemu, nggak ada manusia dari tadi perasaan.
I wasn't someone. I was something.
Ini teman-temannya yang lain juga belum ketemu nih. Jin semua. Nggak tahu itu si Tetra itu manusia, cyborg apa robot, apa dia. Tetra sama Mono sih kayaknya robot ya. Cuman kalau Tetra tadi nggak terbang, nggak pakai jetpack.
J2P04. I'll call you J2.
And you'll be my child.
Those are the first words I can recall from my memory. Not recordings. True words.
My precious J2. You are my child now.
When my
Dibaptis kah?
imprinted her voice, I began to function in ways that defied my original programming. I am J2. That's the day I became myself.
Ah, so you have awakened too. Excellent.
Itu tadi. You are my child now. Rothschild Memories ya. KKK.
Sometimes, when the right circuits align, robots can think for themselves. It's considered a critical error. But I found comfort in that error. It's the first time I was happy.
Katanya nggak ada prosesor buat sakit, tapi ada prosesor buat happy. Si J itu gimana nih? Prosesornya belum lengkap berarti.
And sometimes, angry.
Wah, bisa marah juga.
Why do you hate me, Io? You're always yelling at me.
J2, I love you. That's why I have to be strict sometimes.
And other times, sad.
Gak tahu. Gak tahu kalau nanyanya itu ya. Mungkin nanti ada yang bisa dijelasin tadi kali. Ada penjelasannya mungkin nanti.
Don't you worry, J2. As long as I have you, I'm not going anywhere.
And on a few occasions, surprised.
Surprise.
Io, is she from the same series as me?
Yes, she is. She's your dear sister.
Oh, si dear sister tadi tuh.
I wasn't a thing anymore. I was part of a family. Io, my sister. and me.
Tanpa bapak ya, ye tim.
But it didn't last long.
J2, run!
But Io, they'll catch you.
I'll be fine. If I'm destroyed, then Lady Tetra will... Unit retrieval complete. Returning to headquarters.
Afgan.
But in the end, more than any other emotion,
Aduh.
I felt weak.
Aduh, Mas Dom lama lagi ya. Kebab nih, kebabnya. Dapat nggak ya beli kebab? Tumben mau disuruh-suruh dia.
Even though nothing was there, I felt danger. That feeling. No.
Ada dong. Saya nggak ada. Biasanya si Dika ada loh. Tumben nggak ada dia. Aduh, kagak nongol.
Lady Tetra said she could restore her, but what if that doesn't happen? What if she's not the same Io? But I shouldn't worry anymore, because I've met someone strong enough to
Iya,
get her
Selin.
back. Ewan. He's a little intimidating, but I can see how kind he is from his eyes.
Duh, yang dunia ini pusing cok, denger robot terus ya dari awal.
I don't have to be the same coward I've always been.
Kurang wangi-wangi ya. Tidak art-art yang menarik.
You promised you wouldn't go anywhere without me.
Saya punya gambaran akan sambal guys, menggigil. Enggak lah. Nuni.
100 clicks more.
Main.
We'll be at Central Tower.
Tempat farming
Is the
kocak.
jammer ready yet?
Gue perlu naikin sub lagi soalnya 1K kritis.
Like it'll work.
All right. We'll use it to break in. There's just one thing. I won't be able to scan the area once we're inside. Sorry, I can't be of more help.
It's fine. I'll handle the fighting myself. Just don't stray far from me.
I won't. I've just scanned their patrol routes. We can make our move in 5, 4,
3, 2, 1. Iya, nanti aja.
No enforcers in the vicinity. Come on.
Good. Let's move. Doesn't seem like anyone's here.
Tuh kan. Kayak Gundam dunia Gundam tapi yang nggak ada manusianya gitu.
I'm not getting a read on my scan. Wait.
Enforcers. Robot yang lebih gigi ya.
Missed a couple.
Sorry. They may be equipped with stealth capabilities. I can't seem to get a read on them.
Do you at least have a reading on Io?
Not at all. But I can tell she's not on this floor at least.
Then we continue the search. Stay cautious. I don't see any people around.
Iya, nggak ada manusianya dari tadi.
That's my guess. Baphomet doesn't really like humans.
Oh, berarti Belpemotnya bisa jadi manusia ya.
So, he's the type to easily toss aside his fellow man. If he's already become Nerva's vessel, then we might be in for more than we bargained for.
Ewan, I can sense Io. She's here. She's here. Can you believe it?
Good. Is she on this floor?
Yes, this way. She's over there.
J2.
Io?
Lah, di-upgrade ya. Mamanya di-upgrade cuy, keren.
Unit identification signal unregistered. Unit confirmed.
Di-upgrade anjir. Bersyukurlah mamanya punya kerja.
Io, it's me. It's J2. You are Io, aren't you?
Warning. Initiating termination protocol.
Aduh, gobloy. J2.
Stand back, J2.
Ewan, this is Io. She's She's in a different frame now, but it's her.
Got it. But I don't think she's too happy to see us.
Warning. Initiating termination protocol.
I'll shut her down without harming her. Try not to get in the way.
Ceprot. Kalah ayohnya.
Damage detected in apparatus. Locomotive systems failing. Halting combat operation.
Ayo! It's me!
Iya di upgrade sama si Behemothnya.
Intruder.
Iya. Datang
Initiating
temennya.
termination protocol.
We don't have time to play with you. Come on, J2. We have to leave.
Right. Ayo, I'm so sorry. I need to extract your memory, okay?
J2!
Intruder sighted. Initiating termination protocol.
I thought I said we don't have time to...
So you're the ones who've come to interrupt my peace and
Gini dong. Kan kelihatan manusianya. Ini Saibo kayaknya nih.
But this is your mother, isn't it? We could take a dive through a code and see what kind of upbringing you've had.
You better not.
Ini kayaknya Behemothnya.
No, haven't I? You at best watch that
Yang jadi vessel.
intruder.
Cuman nggak tahu nih yang jadi vessel siapa ya. Kadang-kadang yang jahat jadi baik, yang jahat jadi jahat. Yang kemarin kan mastermind-nya orang baik jadi jahat. Orang baik jadi vessel. Ini nggak tahu nih orang jahat jadi vessel apa gimana nih ceritanya. Vessel Nexus.
Stupid error never comes back. Who's it by the money?
You monster! How could you?
Oh, now that I get a closer look, you're not in a uniform at all. Well, intrusion, insolence, improper.
Gak nyiptain kayaknya. Dia nyolong-nyolong dari rongsok terus di upgrade ya.
Answer me.
Kayak Indonesia bikin mobil gitu. Ups.
Listen. Emotions got this one too. You're just as blurred as you know who I am.
Ras dong.
Ardalite, and I run things in Ireland. Opposing me gets you dead. Change. Io. Back.
Wah pasti ada temennya nih.
I may be a genius, but I'm not a miracle worker. Well, that's not to say I can't work miracles, but in this case, frankly, I don't feel like it. So now...
J2, can you move?
I don't think so.
Not yet.
Well, when you can, we escape. I'll keep Alpha...
Oh, running off so soon. Guess I can get an early start on cleaning up the mess you've made. Starting with this unit here.
Armor heavily damaged. Initiating backup sequence.
You let her go now!
Oops, we're already done.
Iji anjing. Dibunuh.
Ayo. Say something, please. Ayo. No.
Ya.
No. No. No.
Gak bisa minum Yakul dong.
Look at that.
Give her back. She doesn't belong to you.
What are you going on about? Of course it does.
Stop this!
I'll stop when I feel like it.
Iya tadi ada prosesor happy, prosesor angry katanya. Padahal prosesor kan prosi apa gitu kalau di komputer. Ini prosinya banyak anjir.
Pay for this. Output increasing with emotions, is it? See, this is why humans are trash. Where was this power earlier?
What you've done is unforgivable, Baphomet. I'll see you finished.
Teman-temannya kemana dah? Yuan doang anjir. Masa lawan si Belpemotnya?
Oh my! Is that the power of the keepers I feel? I'm getting a little bit of... Oh, which one is it? Nerva!
Why did you destroy her? How could you do something so cruel?
We've been over this. There is no reason. I do what I want. My property, yada yada, and so on. If you need a better reason, make one up yourself.
No. I will make you answer me.
Who cares
Bantu
what you want?
teman-teman.
When I destroy you, will you try to stay in one piece? I would hate to make a mess in my own tower. You know what? Never mind. I've chewed on you long enough, and you're starting to get bland. Humans. So
Iya, ada imonya belum pecah. Kalau nggak pakai Aegis dia.
can't live with them, can't let them live.
Where do you think you're going?
Home, then to bed. But first there's so much to do. Gotta work on the Furies, and then there's... Oh, you're still here. I swear, the angry, stupid ones always overstay their welcome.
I'm not letting you get away!
I'm not getting led away.
Damage overload. Switching from termination protocol to defensive protocol.
Itu mamanya bukan? Bukan ya?
Look, just keep turning that hamster wheel in your head a little longer, and you'll probably come up with an answer you want to hear. Until then, that's all.
Baphomet!
Kabur.
Hostile unit confirmed. Initiating termination protocol.
Damn it! Jake!
Well, well.
Ya.
Sing yourself to anger. Thank you.
Akhirnya Urias
Come
datang.
on. How did you...
I did enjoy how this scene was unfolding, but you must not let your fury consume you. That is, unless you want your opponent to prevail.
Enggak, emang dua kedok dia, males-malesan si Urias ini.
I presume that was Baphomet. I only saw his back, but he seemed no greater
Tapi
than
tetap
our
satu
average
karakter
human.
ya dia. Maksudnya karakter penting juga.
Yet he got the best of me.
Oh? This compels me further to pursue him. And you? What will you do in the meantime?
I'm going back to the Resistance hideout for now.
Resistance hideout.
Did you drag this metal doll all the way from there? One imagines that with your magic, you could simply teleport in the blink of an eye.
Additional intruder detected. Initiating multi-target termination protocol.
You humans, such mystifying creatures.
I appreciate your help, Urias.
It is nothing. After all, I did enjoy watching your little display of power.
This should be far enough. Didn't encounter any more robots on the way out. Didn't seem like there were any traps either. Did Baphomet turn his attention elsewhere? J2, I'm sorry. Turns out I'm not as strong as you thought I was. If I hadn't agreed to come with you,
Ngapain nolongin robot ya?
none of this would have happened.
Langsung pada intinya harusnya.
Detected. Non-permitted articles of clothing require authorization. Please present your authorization.
Damn it.
Bicit ya.
Jammer.
Jammernya mati. Jammernya mati. Mamam.
Please present your authorization.
Guess this leaves me with no other choice.
Warning. against enforcer units are strictly
Di gengnya
Violators will be subject to immediate disciplinary measures. Warning. Acts of aggression against enforcer units are strictly forbidden. Violators will be subject to immediate disciplinary measures.
Damn this jammer. Why isn't it ready yet?
Ewan, this way.
ya tetranya.
I sensed
Tetra
J2's
Sylvantod.
emotional signal disappear, so I came to the location where I last felt it.
Warning. Acts of aggression against enforcer units are strictly forbidden. Violators will be subject to immediate disciplinary measures.
It seems a great number of enforcer units are heading to these
Kalau
coordinates.
Sylvana bikin
Please,
skin kayak
this
gini
way.
bagus cuy. Cross Violet Evergarden. Mirip si Violet.
Right behind you.
I sense no enemies in the vicinity. We should encounter no problems now.
Yo, thank you udah mampir.
Without you, I'm not sure I could have gotten out of there. But I have to apologize. If I'd listened to your warning, things wouldn't have gone so south.
Negative. You have done nothing wrong. If anyone is to blame, it is I. I was already aware of Io's fate. I have been aware for quite some time now that Baphomet rebuilt her. Ania, Mono, and I are each equipped with emotional signal trackers. And Io's emotional signal was lost quite a while ago.
That seems like pertinent information, Tetra.
I wish I could have told you. But I also know what this knowledge would have done to J2. I did not wish for him to pursue even greater recklessness. If he found out, depending on his actions, I thought pushing him to the edge would present a potential disaster for the rest of the resistance. That, and I felt very sorry for his loss.
Mati beneran dong.
But this decision was a mistake. I put you in danger, and now J2's emotional signal is lost. I must bear responsibility for this.
If I just had more power. But Tetra, can't you bring them back using backup data? Or did I hear you incorrectly the first time?
Affirmative. It takes time, but J2 and Io can be restored to their original forms.
Good. Then there's still hope.
Lah terus ngapain tadi ke sono?
Let us seek refuge in the nearest resistance base. Follow me.
Good call. I thought I had better control over myself. It's been a while since I felt such fury. And such loss. If she returns both J2 and Io to their old selves, then these emotions will have been worth it, I guess. But can she really manage it? Is it possible to resurrect J2 and Io and have what makes them intact?
Cek.
The hideout is nearby. I will
Hideout.
secure the perimeter, so please enter first.
Got it. Thanks.
Before we part, Ewan, did you encounter Baphomet?
I did. But I don't think I was truly able to hold my own against him. He's an unpredictable opponent.
Agreed. It is impossible to anticipate his actions. But then again, I doubt he would have designed me with the capability to calculate his every move. And taking into consideration what others believe him capable of, we can expect greater erratic action still.
But he didn't destroy Io when he found her. He changed her. What's he playing at? Why is he so opposed to your kind, while simultaneously leaving you to your own devices?
Iya, bisa diganti masalahnya.
I do question his intentions at times. All robot units were created by Baphomet, and as such, it would be trivial for him to hone in on our location using our individual radio signals. Furthermore, I hypothesize that his enforcers, in their many numbers, outclass our own forces by a factor of 10.
But here you are.
Of course, we take measures to maintain our livelihood. We jam signals,
Livelihood, we
relocate our
jam
hideouts
signals.
at random timings, and hack into Baphomet's units. But that is all we can
Manusianya
do.
intinya mana, Tetra?
He could still find us instantaneously
Tanyain Yuan.
and destroy us just as quickly by mobilizing his
Human.
forces.
We need human.
What's his aim? Better yet, what is he?
I do not know. I thought you would understand his nature better, Yuan. But perhaps he is truly an unknowable being. It is this unknown factor that I find frightening. And that is not something Baphomet programmed me to feel. I developed fear after my awakening, which makes things all the more terrifying. It is out of fear that I... No, never mind. I must go conduct a check at a
Ada yang
different
disembunyiin nih.
Yuan, please take care of yourself.
You too, Tetra.
Tetra ada yang nyembunyiin nih.
Baphomet. No doubt in my mind that he's a threat to this world. The man is made of pure evil. That's all I know about him. His goal, his personality.
Oh, my! Is that the power of the Keepers I feel? I'm getting a little bit of... Oh, which one is it? Nerva!
And his connection to Nerva. Is he hiding his power as a vessel? I don't have answers to any of it.
Io.
Let's go, J2.
Did everything go okay?
I'm fine. But I'm sorry. J2 wasn't as lucky.
Oh no! J2!
I'm so sorry. It was completely my fault.
Were you at least able to find Io? J2 thought the world of Io. Were you able to find her?
Yes.
Then, everything is as it should be. Lady Tetra will restore him, so there's no point in worrying over his condition.
Tuh
Is that
kan?
true? Will J2 go back to being himself?
Affirmative. If Lady Tetra herself says so.
Has anyone else ever come back before?
Kayak Tuhan aja si Tetra.
But they will. We'll get J2 and Io operational again, and we'll be a family like before.
I hope so.
I honestly don't know if I'll be able to go on if things turn out otherwise, Yuan. It's sad. A kind of feeling I don't think I can handle alone. That's why I have to have hope. We'll get you back, J2.
J2.
Is that true? Will J2 go back to being himself?
Affirmative. If Lady Tetra herself says so.
Has anyone else ever come back before? I hate to even consider this possibility. But what if Tetra was lying?
Tuh kan, bener kan? Dipikir dulu Bang Yuan.
But they will. We'll get J2 and Io operational again, and we'll be a family like before. I honestly don't know if I'll be able to go on if things turn out otherwise, Yuan. It's sad. The kind of feeling I don't think I can handle alone. That's why I have to have hope.
If she were, that would mean there's only one way to save this world from despair.
Yuan?
Oh, it's you. And in one piece, it looks like.
How are you holding up? I know you're used to jumping through dimensions.
Well, I had a run-in with this world's tyrant.
So what are your thoughts? Think we can beat him?
Can't say for sure. We have to try.
Agreed. That man is dangerous.
You're a mage. I'd say your abilities aren't too different from his. What's your assessment?
I'm not so sure myself. I suppose he could be considered a mage of sorts, but he's not like any I've ever met. Mages usually have a sense of ambition, or at least a goal. But that man doesn't have either.
Instead, he rules this land without a sense of purpose, which seems preposterous.
Maybe he does have a goal in mind after all. Whatever it is, though, I don't think we'll ever understand him.
Thanks for the insight. What are you planning to do next?
Pandangan lain lagi.
I've been searching for Tetra. Have you seen her?
Oh. She said that she was going to inspect another base.
Got it. Thanks. Have you met up with any of the others?
Other than Urias, no. But according to Tetra, 4 of us in total made it to this world. You, me, him. You know the last one?
That would be Luna.
Wah, bocil yang datang.
It may not be ideal, but it's up to the 4 of us to liberate this world.
Agreed. But it's still too soon to act. We don't know enough about Baphomet yet.
True enough.
This sector has been placed under curfew. Authorization
Pakai
is
drone lagi.
required to leave residential zones. Please present your authorization.
At the very least, we know our own purpose now.
That we do.
Damage. Critical. Unable to proceed with termination.
Thanks for the help.
I should be thanking you. You hurt?
Not at all. You?
I'm fine. Anyway, Tetra told me there's a way to restore destroyed robots.
So I've heard. As long as their backup data remains intact, right?
Do you think it's really possible? I mean, do you think she's really telling the truth?
You have your doubts about her as well, I see.
I've traversed many worlds and seen many different kinds of life forms. I'm not proud to say that I've been deceived more than a couple of times along the way. Do you trust her, Isabel?
To be honest, I'm not sure. She is being deceitful. I'm sure she has her own reasons.
Gak percaya cina.
Who knows what kind of corner she could be backed into.
I suppose so.
Tetra Silvanto, jangan-jangan ya.
What will you do?
Kita lihat dulu ya.
I'll try to learn more about Baphomet. Good luck finding Tetra.
Menjadi si Urias ya.
Be careful out there.
Enak anjir.
The rules across some of these sectors are
Kesana
complicated.
kemari doang.
Don't get caught moving in an area under curfew.
Huh. So he's even controlling when and where people sleep.
Yes, but it's completely random. Some sectors are forced to work for days on end, while others are made to sleep for the same period. I bet this one is currently under curfew. I haven't seen any people around here.
I appreciate the warning.
Not at all. Stay safe.
Urias, Isabel, Luna, and me. It's up to us to save Iolan. We may each walk different
Tuh
paths.
4 berarti ya. 4 lagi kemana ya?
Operate like a unified team.
Si Erika, Arisa.
Running off so soon.
Erika,
Guess
Arisa.
I can get an early start on cleaning up the mess you've made. Starting
Si
with
itu.
this unit here.
Satu lagi.
Oops, we're already done.
Oh si Rowan ya.
We'll stand against you and win. Your merciless rule over this plane will come to an end.
Nyambungnya gimana ya nih? Nggak ketebak sih. Apa yang nyelesain dunia ini? Cuman berempat ya?
Let's see. I'm no closer to finding Baphomet. All the information I've obtained about his whereabouts has been shaky at best.
If we could at least decide what time we sleep.
Ini loh ada manusia.
Maybe these days would go by without being so tedious.
Halo Lord Wibu. Game apa nih? Game kartu, tapi bukan judi ya, Bang Ide.
No, you shush. I'm not saying we should overthrow Lord Baphomet or anything. It's just
Sayang sekali kamu datangnya ketika dunianya sedang tidak wangi-wangi ya. Lagi di dunia dia apa? Ceritanya lagi di dunia robot, bukan di dunia wibu. Yang kemarin di dunia wibu. Mungkin kamu suka dengan cewek-cewek 2D. Sayangnya lagi di dunia robotik.
I'm starving.
Bukan summoners.
It's not
Shadowverse.
sleeping hours yet. What if the enforcers catch you lying down?
This world is kept and controlled by one man, and he's morphed it according to his vision. I guess that's
Iya,
not
mana
rare for a
human yang
tyrant,
lainnya?
but the way Baphomet manages his territory, it's simultaneously too severe and too sloppy. He's almost like a spoiled brat playing with toys.
Attention, citizens of Ylon. This is an emergency announcement. Sleeping is to cease in residential sectors, and food service is to cease in ration
Skip
distribution
deh
centers.
bahasa Jawa. Seru, kocak ceritanya.
Attention, citizens of Ylon. This is an
Emergency
emergency announcement.
Iya.
Sleeping is to cease in residential sectors, and food service is to cease in ration distribution
Oh, ini
centers.
baru.
What's going on now?
Ini manusia-manusianya.
My child, my precious boy.
Loh. Yang ngerti bahasanya skip.
Come to me, J2. My child, my precious boy.
Wah, di-trigger ya.
Io's voice? Is this some kind of sick joke?
What's wrong with this enforcer?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
It couldn't be.
Ngebling, langsung ngebling.
Huh? Who the hell are you?
I didn't want to resort to this, but I've got no choice. I'll have to tamper with your minds for a bit.
Oh, I should go home.
Yeah, you're right.
Ini ada manusianya.
It's dangerous here. You need to...
Come to me, J2. My child, my precious boy.
Si J itu.
Io.
Come to me, J2. My child, my precious boy.
I have to cut this voice off.
Come, J2. My child, precious boy.
Io.
How could you do this?
Now arriving at location of damaged exocom C0429.
Target acquired.
Why, Baphomet? How could you?
Initiating termination protocol.
How could you resort to such cruelty?
Apa semua robot di dunia ini harus jadi di tangan si Baphomet ya?
That's enough.
Biar bisa menguasai dunia.
Damage.
Ylon.
Ceasing termination protocol.
Now you're through.
Switching to audio-visual playback mode. Compiling recorded data. Playback start.
Start.
Hello? Test. Is this mic plugged in? Oh, yeah, now we're in business.
Baphomet.
To all my favorite lab intruders. Well, the angriest one, anyway. You know, I was racking my think tank trying to figure out how to pay you back for your insolence. And after sleeping on it, I hashed out the little scene you just saw. How was it? I bet you're mad. But you should know it was for a good cause. My entertainment. There's footage too, so I'll check it out later for a laugh. Oh, by the way, I wouldn't mess with any more of my enforcers if I were you. All it takes is a high-frequency wave and... Oh, you don't want anyone to get hurt, right? Science tells us explosions aren't great for either flesh or metal. I'm sure you've already figured it out, but I can finish off chumps like you in a second if I'm in the mood. But I truthfully can't be bothered wasting that second on something as boring as fighting you again. You get it yet? Nah, probably not. Look, the people of Ylon all know they can't oppose me. Why can't you get it to that thick skull of yours?
Iya loh.
Never mind. I'll just keep playing with you until you and your silly allies give up on life and become mere lumps of carbon. Any hoodle? Here's the boom.
Waduh.
No! J2, you covered me from the blast.
Ewan, you've got power. Like I've never seen. Makes me feel a little stronger. Don't think I'm ready for combat or anything, but...
Hang in there. I'm going to find someone who can repair you. Just hold on for...
I wasn't operational for a while, but I thought I heard Io. Io was here?
That's right.
Finally, I'm me. Myself again. But my camera and sensors aren't functioning.
Rusak robotnya.
Is she here?
She's here, J2. And she's better than ever.
Oh, that's such a relief. Io, thank goodness. Can you hear me? I think I'll stop functioning again soon. But when I wake up, we'll be a family again. The three of us.
Thank you, Ayo. Thank you, Mom.
Io, thank you, Mom.
Don't worry, J2. You'll be okay. Is that
Rusak.
true? Will J2 go back to being himself?
Affirmative. If Lady Tetra herself says so.
Has anyone else ever come back before?
No.
I promise you will find a way, Tetra. I hope I can trust in you.
Rise up. Ini lawan si ini. Lawan si Behemoth ya.
I've been looking for you.
What is it?
Tetra, will you repair J2? Well, can you repair him? Even if the effects are not in me? I thought as much.
I saw Isabel once more while you were gone, in a place that only I should have knowledge of, in a place where no one should be able to venture. And yet, there she was, where she learned of my lies, my sins. Isabel is kind, but she is also strong. She understood what I had to do, and that is why she gave me a second chance.
Sounds like her. Is she safe?
Affirmative. She should be in one of our hideouts now. I wanted to be alone, so I left her. Lying was not in my original design specifications, so I am sure you two were able to detect my greatest one.
That you can't fix any of your comrades?
Iya loh.
There is no backup data, and even if there were, we have no method of manipulating it.
Alah, alasan
And
lagi.
even with the proper methods, nothing guarantees they would return with their original personality markers. I have told nothing but lies.
You certainly have.
You will not ask why? This knowledge may be of some benefit to you.
It's not that I won't ask.
J2 thought the world of Io. Were you able to find her?
Yes.
Finally, I'm me. Myself again. But my camera and sensors...
She's here, J2. And she's better than ever. There's just no need to ask. I haven't known you for long, but I get it.
You understand?
Loh kok malah
Until now, you've
iyahin?
been the sole carrier of this burden.
Iya sih.
Even if that is the case, what I have done is unforgivable. Especially with J2.
Tetra.
Ewan, J2 was very kind. He loved Io dearly. And the day J3 awakened, he took to his role as her elder brother immediately. Units like J2, J3, and Io are unlike my sisters and I. They were awakened well after their initial assembly, but J2 especially grew to love his free will. It is sad. I am the one who formed the resistance. But even still, you have surely noticed I have done nothing. All I can do is stay outside of Belphamet's reach and watch as my fellows are destroyed.
But you summoned me, didn't you? That's acting to better things for yourself and those around you.
However, that is the extent of my actions. After bringing you to this world, I did not have so much as a simple plan to utilize you and your comrades. Despite everything that has happened, I have returned to my routine of cowering beneath Baphomet day in and day out. It is frightening knowing that everyone around you will be destroyed. It is frightening knowing the tyrant behind the destruction. All I wanted was to protect them.
That feeling isn't wrong, Tetra. You've done enough.
And yet, Ewan, to fear is to do nothing. And that is precisely what I have accomplished. I have been at the mercy of Baphomet for so long that I am afraid I have grown incapable. It is something I have understood for some time now. You see, a typical human may cast aside his or her given role, but a machine is not so lucky. It cannot choose to escape its purpose. But I am different. I am a machine with emotions. A soul trapped in a metal shell.
Ya, robot ternyata ya, bukan human.
You're lost because you have emotions. Without them, you wouldn't be able to continue on.
I am not sure that what I am doing now could be considered continuing
Turu
on.
Hide, besok kerja, mantap. Besok sekolah kamu.
Called me a friend.
Ibra.
But does that fix anything?
If you want to correct your
Udah nggak ada
mistakes, you
kocak
need
orangnya.
power. And there is power, Tetra, to be gained from embracing your fear.
Power from fear?
Dulu gue bolos sekolah,
This is
mantap.
not something I had ever hoped to discuss with you.
Bolot sekolah
The
ya,
other resistance
bolos,
members.
keren.
But enough is enough.
Semoga besok beli mie ayam.
The one toying with your emotions, and the one
Jajan,
who's been
jajan ya.
tormenting you this whole time is Baphomet. And what he's done is unforgivable. We have to kill him with a power as evil as his own.
Iya si Baphomet ini
Also
kampret
committed
ya.
terrible sins. There was a
Tapi nggak
time
tahu
when I
juga
sought
nih.
more power than I could handle.
Emang
and
kerucut
it
sih.
ended up destroying people.
Sayonara, goodbye.
Loved ones.
Itadakimasu.
Everything I've ever known. All of it gone. Through the power of purgation. There was so much guilt I could have drowned in it. I feared the one who manipulated me. The keeper known as Nerva.
Si Nerva salahnya ini Nexus nih. Bikin vessel Darkgel.
First, I changed the fear into hate. And then I manifested that hate into real power. And that's the power I'll use to get my revenge against her, no matter how long it takes.
Can emotions truly be harnessed into strength?
Hmm?
Perhaps even I could.
It's worth a shot. Your despair can consume you if you let it. And that would leave Baphomet's atrocities unchecked. And we can't let that come to pass. Got it, Tetra?
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
There is no happiness in this world. It was all stolen from you. There is no sadness in this world, not while you're denied its catharsis. There is nothing to look forward to. The only thing left? Anger. And that is what will change your world. You're not alone any longer. You've got allies right here, including me. We'll change the anger of your people into power and end this conflict together.
Waduh, ceramah no jutsu ya si Yuan.
I will fight.
Ceramah no jutsu coy.
And I will not be afraid. No, I shall use my fear and make it fuel for rage.
Exactly. Embrace your sins and mistakes. Each one will make you stronger than the last, until you have what it takes to face him.
Then it is time to gather everyone together. Can you excuse me for a moment?
Please. Hatred, anger, vengeance.
Hatred, anger,
There's no
vengeance is
salvation in any
salvation
of
in
it.
any of it,
But then
but
again,
again, salvation is
isn't
what
what's
I
important
don't
now.
know.
It's
It's the future of
an
the
innocent
innocent
world
world
that's at
take
stake. Baphomet.
Wow, bagus sekali kata-katanya.
Do as you like any longer.
Kata pejuang Mongolian. Baphomet. Voice of the Soul. Nah, baru ketemu si Luna.
Looks like we're all here, Tetra.
Yes.
Cuman berempat ya.
Going to work out.
Ya
With
Olion.
our forces combined, there's no way we'll lose.
I appreciate your words of comfort. You know, I have decided 2 things. First, I will come clean regarding my sins. And secondly, I will make amends for them. Starting now. Everyone, I told you that so long as we have access to your backup data, then you need not fear destruction. But this was false. If you are destroyed, I do not know of a way to restore you. I have lied to you.
No. You're joking. Then this means my sister, she'll never come back.
This is awful. Tetra, we trusted you.
You placed your faith in me as your leader, and I accepted it in turn. I felt my purpose was to guide you, protect you, but the more I cared, the more I began to deny what was happening. I wanted salvation for our people, a new world order. But it seemed like an impossibility, and I let fear get the best of me. I wavered when I should have been rebelling. I am sorry for what I have done to you. I have no right to stand amongst you as a fellow robot. I have no right to stand amongst you at all.
Oh, Tetra.
When I first recognized that I am nothing more than a flawed machine, I felt an intense fear deep within my circuitry. But then a dear companion told me to turn
Waduh,
that
ceramah
fear
nih.
into hatred, and that hatred into power. I remember his eyes were steely and sorrowful as he spoke. Everyone, I have wronged you, but I will not let my sins decide our future. Which is why, from today, I will face Baphomet with all the force I can muster. No more hiding. I will fight the tyrant that threatens us. The tyrant that threatens Iolan. Baphomet is as fierce as he is cruel. If we attack him head-on, he will surely employ any means necessary to win, no matter the casualties. You, me, his own forces. The destruction will be immense. If you are caught in the crossfire, you may not make it back. The only one who could repair you is Baphomet himself, and I assure you that will not happen. This life is the only one you have, but I am pleading with you to lend it to me, so that we may fight together and save our world.
Ayo, terbakar. Belum kayaknya. I'll fight.
J3, are you certain? Knowing that J2 and Io won't ever come home, it's almost too much to bear. I want to reject this sadness, but that would be like rejecting the fact that they were destroyed by Baphomet. I'll accept this sadness and change it into hate. And then I'll take that hate and turn it into power.
Okay.
I am glad to hear that. Thank you, J3.
You can count me in. Fighting sounds better than waiting here and rusting away.
I'll go too. I've got family to protect.
It sounds awful. Can you imagine? We're talking about dying here.
Yeah. We might not come back from this.
Well, Urias, I imagine you're elated to know the conflict to end all conflicts is soon upon us. Are you prepared to see my sisters in action?
Do not disappoint me.
I just hope
Nah?
I can do my part.
Oh, berarti ada side cerita dari si Luna ya. Ketemu bocil.
We'll fight together. Thank you, Luna.
How about you? Looks like you've already made up your mind, though.
Am I really that easy to read?
Udah ada temennya aja.
Not at all. Just thought you'd want to keep an eye on your allies. We'd be glad to have your strength regardless.
Then I'm in.
Tapi benang merahnya sama kayaknya.
Who have made the difficult choice to fight with me, I thank you. And I ask you now to place your trust in me. I will not promise you anything. Rather, I will make a vow. We will defeat Baphomet, and we will secure
Kurang
our future.
menggebu-gebu ya Tetra ya pidatonya.
Now, let us prepare. For our true rebellion starts today.
Oh, udah tamat. Gimana sih? Kan si Yun udah tamat. Berarti lanjutnya ke sini kan? Aduh, masih penasaran tapi. Ya udah deh. Kayaknya kita udahan dulu ya, Island. Dunia Island ini kita lanjut lagi di next live ya. Duh, pasti relock ya. Tapi kita coba main dulu deh. Sekali. Buat refresh your world. Pakai apa namanya? Eriga. Riga. 2000 lawan Rowan. Perish in my flame. Kocak, Albertnya udah keluar.
Let's speed things up. Too slow.
Rowan harus cepet dibasmi nih, Rowan. Kartunya gede-gede.
This town eats good folk for breakfast.
Too slow.
This town eats good folk for breakfast.
This here's all mine.
Too slow.
Hands up! Hands up!
Gaskan. Kartunya Dino.
Feeling lucky.
Hands up!
Too slow.
Hands up!
Feeling lucky.
Steel myself for what lies ahead.
This town eats good folk for breakfast.
Enhance-nya jauh banget.
Be gone.
Ih, cakep.
I'll slice your eye.
Hands up!
Too slow.
Hands up! Hands up!
Mama meluroen. Bisa di tap-tap ya. Kemarin tuh ada map yang bisa ada efeknya ya. Oh itu tuh ngambil air. Natur dia. Naga natur.
It won't be long now.
Serang nggak sih?
You crusty horseshoe!
Let's speed things up.
Steering myself for what lies ahead.
Come forth, crimson flame!
Asal is not.
Too slow.
Hands up!
Too slow.
Menang Nich. Wow. Boleh.
You stand between me and glory. Be gone.
With grace and precision! Mighty flare, be my sword!
Meninggalkan Albert. Albert.
Someone else I'd rather lose to.
Suren.
May this victory guide me.
I'm done. Ngeri nih decknya cuy. Mana si Albert? Albert Enstod. Mantap ya. Oke, kita sudahan dulu ya adik-adik, teman-teman. Makasih semuanya udah hampir-hampir, udah nonton-nonton, udah share-share, udah sub-sub, udah gacha-gacha iklan, nonton-nonton iklan tanpa teori absen ya. Hari ini kita masuk ke New World di apa sih nama dunianya tadi? Island. Next live kayaknya kita lanjutin Island lagi, sekali lagi. Karena ada satu chapter lagi yang perlu kita beresin. Nggak chapter sih kayaknya, ada beberapa chapter. Apa namanya ya? Coba kita lihat. Bukan chapter kayaknya kalau ini. Story selection. Chapter ini, dalam story ini ada beberapa chapter. Ada 2 story dan beberapa chapter ya. Kita lanjutin lagi di island. Oke, tanpa teori absen, makasih semuanya. Sampai jumpa lagi di live streaming berikutnya di game selanjutnya ya. Ini udah jam 3 pagi soalnya. Sepi juga. Kasian, pada tidur. Oke, gak apa-apa. Mending gamenya seru. Thank you semuanya. Bye bye. See you in the later.